So I'm currently reading this book, The Magic of Thinking Big by David Schwartz, recommended by Hamza. Anyway, there's a section on the book which is about tackling your insecurities and why you have mental blocks as to why you can't achieve success. There's a section on intelligence, and there's this page that I read, and it literally just blew my mind and confirmed so many things that I intuited to be true, and I had to share it. In the book, the first bit it talks about Henry Ford, and someone questions his intelligence. This is on page 36, saying that he is. They called him a. What did they call him? An idiot. They just called him an idiot anyway. And then they ask him like a general knowledge question, like, oh, if you're not an idiot, then answer this. And he's just like, I don't know. And then he goes on to say, I don't know the answers to those. I don't know the answers to those questions, but I can find a man in 5 minutes who does. And I was like, yo, this is smart. And then I'll go on to the next point, which was even more interesting. So a friend of the author was watching this game show guy, and he's doing really well. And then they talk about the value of this man, and they ask the question how much is a fact man worth? And then the friend of the author goes on to say he's just a human encyclopedia. I figure for $300 I can buy a pretty good set of encyclopedias. And saying I'd only pay the man $300 ever if he worked for me, because that's how much he's worth, because he's just a human encyclopedia. And then he goes on to say this amazing quote, which is, what I want around me, he continued, are people who can solve problems, who can think up ideas, people who can dream and then develop that dream into practical application. An idea man can make money with me, a fact man can't. Many times throughout my life, I've been made to feel stupid because general knowledge and facts and that sort of thing haven't come ready to me. I remember even as a kid, people being like, you're an idiot. And I'd be like, no, I'm not. And then they'd ask me a question, I wouldn't know the answer to it. And then I would just have seemingly proved their point. Even now, I've got my friend James who loves trivia questions and keeps asking me, and deep down I intuited, I was like, this is just pointless, stupid shit. Please stop asking me. I don't know, I don't care. And if I need to know, I have a tool, a phone that's on me all the time that can pull up the information. But he's insistent on the fact that that is something worth knowing. But it says in the book, it's you should use your mind and your brain as a thinking tool, not a memory tool. There's a whole section on that. I just think that's just made me feel so relieved, because I intuited this to be true, and it's just given me a lot of relief, and I feel especially we're living in the information age. The problem we have now is not an access to information like it used to be, hence why we'd have universities. You go there because that's where the books are. Our problem now is information overload, and sorting through all the information we have, because we have an infinite amount of information readily available all the time on the internet. So this is just I'm fucking, sometimes you just fucking knew it, and just to have that confirmed by someone and be don't let the things that determine how smart you feel like you are, and therefore your ability and worthiness for success. Another thing I forgot to mention is there was a point in time where I sort of ignored my intuition. I was like, no, in order to be smart, I need to have this amazing memory and try and remember things. And there was periods of time where I was just reading books, and if there's anything I didn't understand in it, I would go and heavily research, even if it was just a small thing, and try and force myself with facts and memories. And I started remembering facts about my town and shit, because it was just an insecurity for my ability, and I was trying to fit things into this this gap, and like just to see that and be like, no, don't, you know, it's not important. It's not, you know, it's not gonna you know, obviously you have to know things to drive your success, but like knowing just cold hard facts is like not productive use of your time. Like if you can pull it up and recite something straight away, it's just ineffective. It's inefficient. Like, yeah, I used to spend a lot of time, feeling insecure, trying to remember facts and stuff. It's like, for what? Maybe to impress someone. And they'll be like, oh, really? And then they'll move on. Like, it's not benefit. Like, how is that gonna take me towards my goals, you know? Man, changed my life, that.